Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. Hey Sharon, how are you? How is Nebraska this morning? Good, I hope. Hey Keels and Sue, how are you? Oh my gosh, I'm so glad to see so many people here first thing. Usually we have people kind of trickle in. Let's see. What do I have to talk to you about today? Well, I can tell you that, so in my 100-day project, I am doing a different musical artist or group every day for 100 days. I'm listening to them and then somehow documenting them. So then my first day was Don McLean. Come on, who doesn't love him, right? And then my second day was yesterday. So Don McLean. So hey Carmen, hi Deb Fredette. My second day was Billie Holiday. So each day I'm going to listen to that artist or musical group for the whole day, and then I'm going to document it in my whimsical lettering book for my whimsical lettering class. I thought it was a fun way to piddle around with fun lettering, and just know you can join those classes anytime. You can join the art journaling class anytime. If you join it now, it started last week, but if you join it now, you can still get the benefit of the 3 months. You get January, February, March. So all of my classes, if you want to join them, you're more than welcome to hop in anytime. You still get all of the videos, all of the content, and you have access to the private Facebook group where we, share our work and talk, and it's the greatest. So today's artist is Marvin Gaye. I don't know how I'm going to document him yet. I just love him. Hey Carol. Hi Jan. Hey Nancy. I don't know yet. I'm kind of still figuring that out. So I'm just listening this morning, hoping that something kind of inspires me. Is anybody else doing the 100-day project where you are do a creative act every day? It doesn't matter what it is. It can be whatever you wish. My whole life is art, so I tried to make art the secondary. Oh, don't you love Marvin Gaye? Gosh, Jeff and I were just watching something and he was speaking. Seriously, oh my gosh, he just has the sexiest voice. Oh, I just love me some Marvin Gaye. Anyway, and like his whole span of music was just amazing, right? Like, I will say, Billie Holiday, her voice is so haunting and so soulful. Holy tamale. And her voice and her lyrics were so they just get you right to your soul, but like in a good way. I don't know if let's see. Oh, you should totally art journal every day, Jan. It's the best. It's the best. Oh, Nance, I'm so proud of you for lettering every day. And the more I'm telling you, the more you letter, like one day you'll be like, oh, I mastered the L. Or I finally got my whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like my downstrokes are more even, or whatever the case may be. You'll see those little bits of growth in yourself, and that spurs you on to continue, right? So today we're going to do another set of Valentines, and we're using one of the first art printables I ever drew. It was at the beginning of this whole crazy pandemic. and it's called Artist in Residence. And the reason that I drew it was, do you remember at the very beginning of the pandemic, people were doing all kinds of sidewalk chalk art, right? So they would tape off areas with painter's tape, and then they would color in each. Don't you love it, Nancy? Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing. Anyway, they would color each section a different color. And it was just, oh my gosh, people were doing it on cement fences, on block fences, on their sidewalks. People got so creative, and it was just so inspiring. And so I wanted to somehow capture that even though this pandemic was crazy and none of us had lived through anything like this before, we were what makes America great. We made it our own. We put some kind of a positive spin and got creative, and I was just so proud of my country. Not that I'm not proud of my country now, I am. I just, that we just rallied around. I mean, we are all getting pandemic fatigue. That is for dang sure. Seriously. We're honest to Pete. It's so long. But I'm proud of us. You know what? We keep coming back here and making art together, and that does really it does make have a positive effect on you, doesn't it? It has a calming effect. It has it just gives you something totally different to focus on, even if it's just for an hour, 10 minutes, whatever. I think the more that because so today I'm going to talk about values of colors. And even though you might stop painting at the end of this hour, you're going to be thinking about that. That'll be a new, fresh, positive thing in your brain to take up space where watching the news hogs up a bunch, which is stuff that we can't control, right? So let's just paint instead. Yes, I love that the parks are, Jeff and I used to take the dogs for a walk in the park that's a little far from us, and the bridge, the bridge is cement, right? The footpath of the bridge, and somebody had written positive words all the way along. It was the coolest thing. It was just the coolest thing. Yes, Jan, I agree. I absolutely. Who starts a small business in the middle of a pandemic? And Corbiere-Scott does. That's who. So, and you know what? I am doing just fine. I'm surrounded by all of my artsy friends. We paint, So, let's talk about color values. So, color values are the lightness and the darkness of a color. So, so on your color wheel, you'll see value 1 is 100% pure color, right? And then you add more water, right? All the way to value 10, and we're down to like clear water, right? So value is the lightness or darkness of a color, and I create value with just water. Not white, not gray, not black. If you add white, that's a tint. If you add gray, that's a tone. If you add black, that's a shade. So we want to use just water today, right? So we're going to pick a color, and then we're just going to, so I have this little palette that I think I might have got at the dollar store. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take pure color, So I did remember to bring my little water bottle up here today, right? So I think I'm going to start with pink, but I'm going to get my red kind of going. So we're going to create a little well of color in here of pretty, right? He's singing Heard It Through the Grapevine right now. So good. Okay, so now I want to get some really good yeah, so Sue, get a color wheel, because I'm telling you, I use it in every single class I teach. Free classes, paid classes, everything. I use my color wheel always. You will just see a difference in your art. Okay, so this is pretty close to the purest form of the, like, straight from the pan color, right? It has a little bit of water because we had to wet it, but you get my drift. Okay, so now this, we're going to add 1 drop of water. And this, 2 drops of water. I know this seems really quite rudimentary, but you'll 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's pick a. Does that make sense for everybody? Yeah, I'm telling you, Jen, you'll be so happy. You'll be so happy. So you'll notice this was one of my, like I said, this was one of my first art printables, and my sizes are all a little bit different than they are now. I was just learning. So I'm going to take this pure color and I'm going to paint this heart. You see how intense it is? Right? So now let's take our paint cloth and we're going to, hey Julie, how are you? Hi Pam Roberts. I'm going to clean off the excess paint on my paper towel first. This will help not getting your water so dirty. And I'm going to swish it around in my water. Wipe off. Try again. Okay. And now I'm going to take the pink with just 1 drop of water. I'm going to do one of these sections. This seems pretty light, I think, because the initial paint that I put in the palette was watered down, so I might need to deepen this a little bit. If you are brand new here, if you would follow me and like me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Corbiere-Scott Designs, I would greatly appreciate it. And just to let you know, we are playing with value today. And we are playing on one of my art printables that you can get on my website, and it is called Artist in Resident. So there, I'm going to add some more. There we go. That seems better. So I think I'm going to right now go right over it. There, that's better. That's more like a value 9. see that it's just a lighter version, right? So you can mix your values on anything. If you don't happen to have a palette, you know, you can go to the dollar store and get you one too. Or you can go to the art store, you can go to Michael's or Joann's or a local paper art store, certainly. Most of them carry. Okay, now let's do this one. So this has 2 drops of water. And let's see if I see, these are all kind of light, I think, because my beginning paint was watered down. But you get the drift, right? You just add 1 drop of color and then you just increase the water. Hi, Varsha. So what I love about this, I just kind of liked the geometric feel of those sidewalk, you know, those sidewalk creations. Okay, this is the one that's going to have 3 drops of water. I am great. How are you? Okay, here's 3 drops of water. And remember, you can turn your paper to make your hand more comfortable. You'll have better results with your painting if you turn your paper. So you don't want to be like wrenching your arm in a crazy. Okay, and now this one has 4 drops of water. So do you see how you can create, this is a fun thing to just play with, just values. So you can just pick 1 color. Oh gosh, and I feel bad then because it is very sunny here and the lawn people are coming, so that'll probably happen during, while we're together. So it'll get nice and loud. But the puppies are already outside, so you won't hear them until they want to come back in. Okay, this one is 5 drops of water to 1 part paint. 1 part of this pretty pink. What's it called? I think she calls it opera pink. Holy tamale, Varsha, that's a lot. Isn't that pretty? So, now that I've done all of my values, right? Let's talk about, so this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So we have 6 values. Now we can fill the rest of these spaces in with other value, with other, with the same values, right? We can mix them up. But just so you remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, this was 1 actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 values. So do you kind of understand values? Did I explain it well, I guess is my, it's my question. Varsha, where are you? Yikes, 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 Jan. So then if you understand what I said, then I'm going to continue. But I hope that you'll play with values too. Hey Melissa, how are you? New Jersey. Yeah, you would. You guys just got a huge storm, didn't you? You just got a huge storm. Hey, Melissa, are you at Lucinda's house? Let's see. I think I want to do something pretty light here because I really want the full, you know what I mean? I really want the skinny. I want the dark, the full, what's the word I'm looking for? The deepest shade, like the true value of the color, straight from the pan. I want that to really pop. I don't know. I don't know. I have some shampoo to give her daughter. Oh, 10:30. Okay. Let's see. So let's go something super light on this side because I want it to really pop. So I chose the artist thing for my 100-day project because I love music. I think it goes hand in hand with drawing and painting and, you know, I might come if you made lemon bars, and now I want to get some lemons from her too. Lucinda has a lemon tree. Well, I think she has a lemon tree, a couple lemon trees, and they have like so many lemons this year. For anybody who doesn't know Lucinda. I just, you know what, I guess I just assume because we all hang out here every day that you know who all my friends are, or who my family is. Of course you do. Okay. Let's see. Her lemons are so good. They're so good. So I'm going to take a little bit of this paint. This is the pure paint, right? And I'm going to add 1 drop. Look at how pretty that, oh, I just love this pink. Honest to Pete. I love it. So what color is anybody else painting with today? What color are you painting your value chart with this morning? So you can certainly do this. I think I was talking in when, I don't know. You know what? I talk so much I don't remember where I said it. But in one of the classes that I've taught over the last little bit, over the last week or so, I talked about making a swatch chart, right? So when I bought these Josie Lewis watercolors, I just did the swatch. Like I just put the color with water, right? But you can certainly swatch like a value chart. You can swatch color mixing. You can swatch, I mean, you can do whatever you want. And we'll try and jump into that in a little bit. But I just want to, color is, you can just grow and grow and grow with your understanding of it, with your, oh, pretty Nancy. I think I might have that color too. All right, I have 2 more. maybe this one. So you can certainly swatch, and you know, there's all kinds of things on Pinterest and those kinds of places for swatching that kind of give you instruction on how to swatch. How do I want this one? Maybe this. But the more you learn about colors, the more you'll see the difference in your creations. And like I said, sometimes it can get a little much. People with color theory, I just want you to understand the basics, and then you take it from there. You take, you decide where you want to go with it after that. I think I want to do my frame in this purest pink. Let's see. So I just think that's going to make a cool frame, and then I want to die cut right into that because that's pretty. I love that look of watercolored paper, and then you die cut on top of it, so then it's like stitched right in there. I love it. Hey Debbie, yours doesn't have a front. Well, then this was a really old one. But I printed it, and you know what? I can't waste. Yours is better than mine. That's for sure. I can't waste, you guys. I can't. So I do want to tell you all that after I get off of here, I'm going to post a creation that our talented Miss Carmen made, a Valentine banner. Remember that she's the one who she did a candy corn banner, and she did a Christmas tree banner. Well, wait until you see the Valentine banners that she's created with so I'm going to post a picture on the blog, or excuse me, on Instagram and Facebook of the hi Gail, of the banner, and then Carmen has graciously given us a supply list and instructions, and so I'll post those on our blog with more photos. You seriously wait until you see. I just fell in love with it. She has a mastery of watercolor that knows no bounds, because she will challenge herself, and I just love that. And then she also did another banner with the Aunt D art printable, because that has hearts too. So wait till you see that. So I'll do the same thing with the Aunt D art printable. So I am I want to fill my social media feed. Oh, thank you, Gail. Thank you so much. You made my day. Sorry. I could feel that coming on. I'm going to fill my my social media feed with love, projects of love, Valentine's and heart inspired projects, and my 100-day project, whatever kind of I come up with for that. So be on the lookout for that. So Gail, if you don't already follow me, Debbie Weiner, is it Weiner? Weiner. If you don't already follow me, if you would follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, I would greatly appreciate it at Corbiere-Scott Designs. And then ask to join our private Facebook group, Let's Get Artsy with Anne Corbiere-Scott. One of the questions is for your email address, and that is the way that I can keep in touch with you and let you know like what you might need for upcoming classes or some new fun thing that I'm doing. Anyway. Oh, and then all of my art printables are available at on my website at AnneCorbiereScottDesigns.com. So go check us out. And like I said, this is one of the first ones I drew. Can you tell? This is seriously. I am a thrifty girl. I cannot throw things away. So if I've printed it on, and this is probably back when I was printing at Kinko's before I got a laser printer. So this is 50 cents, just the printing part, plus the paper. Honest to Pete, you know I can't waste that. I can't waste it. So I'm painting like one of like the what do you call the beginning ones? What's the word? Keely. Prototypes. All right, so we can continue with our, I think I want to do this one. I think I want to do this one in the pinks too. And then I can do, there you go. Thanks, Keels. And then this one I feel like maybe in the reds. That's what I'm thinking. So, Jan, my laser printer, my husband got on OfferUp for $30. Maybe it was $40. I don't think so. I think it was $30. Anyway, so you don't, because you know what, that's a big investment, and the cartridges are so expensive, and you know what, like I told you, we are just thrifty people. So I'm gonna mix up another palette of pink. So I'm gonna get some. Seriously, I mean, it took a little fiddling when we first got it, but once we did, we were both like, oh, heck yeah, this is amazing for $30. We did have to replace the, I think we're going to have much better luck with our value scale this time. I'm paying better attention. We did have to replace the cartridge, and that was pretty spendy. That was like $125, I think. But seriously, I've used it since we got that printer, and I run a lot of stuff through it. And I've had tremendous luck. Tremendous luck. Where was I? A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Okay. Now let's do our 1 drop, 2 drops, 3 drops. Okay. So you don't have to be as, I mean, that's about the most precise thing I'll do, is count drops of water. But you get the gist. Like, you just want it to be waterier, 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 right? So now, let's move that over there so it gives us a little more room. And I think I might have to paint this one upside down so that you can see, yeah. So I'm going to do a couple of areas. So I'm going to do this one. And then one other segment, maybe. Is anybody else watching All Things Great and Small? All Creatures Great and Small, excuse me. Oh, I love that show. Man, I love that show. It's just a gentle, lovely story. Right? Okay. Okay. So let's, we have lots of other values of color to use. So let's, no. No, Keely, he does not. He kind of likes, well, some things he'll watch with me, but that is not one of them. Okay, so now I'm going to use this next value. No, I watch that while he watches Mandalorian or something. All right, let's see. Should we do 2 of this one? I think so. You know, I'm noticing this is, so I'm trying to really, like you know, you guys know that I just bought this paint, and so I really want to put it through its paces. So I practice what I preach. I tell you guys to get to know your tools, right? Yeah, can I tell you that Forensic Files, it's a fascinating show, but sometimes Jeff watches something and Forensic Files comes on right after it. And in bed. And so I'm like, I cannot have the murder show be what I go to sleep to. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, now let's try the third one. So, like I said, I'm putting this paint through its paces, and I will say that I am quite impressed with the, oh my God, me too. That's so funny, because we will say, like, we watched Yellowstone, and that's a pretty intense show. And I was like, we have to watch a Seinfeld or something before we go to bed. Like, we could watch an episode of Yellowstone, but then I'm like, we need to buffer it with something funny. So that's like the last thing in my head, because holy tamale. Am I out of focus? Is it because I'm moving, do you think? Let me know. Anybody else? Am I out of focus for anybody else? Was this the third one or the fourth? Thank you guys. I appreciate that. I'm quite impressed with the application power of this paint. I am and how it dries and how it handles this watercolor paper and the other watercolor paper, how it handles, I used it on, so you might go out and come back again, Laura. Sometimes that helps. I used it on this and it worked well. No, this was Prima's, my classic Prima's, because I have a brown in there, because there wasn't a brown in this set. But I'll try and use it today so I can see what how it responds to just like notebook paper. We'll see. We'll see. That is weird. That is weird. Oh. Technology. It's crazy, isn't it? So this one, I think I want to do reds. So I do happen to just have another little, because you know I can't waste that color. I'll be painting something else with that. So I do have another little palette here. So let's move this out of the way because we don't want to get, you know, paint on there. Clean off our brush. All right. So we did start to prime that. So I'll be more careful this time with my color distribution, right? So here's number 1. Get a lot in there. Number 2. Number 3. We have to remember that I did it like a U. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna get some more. That's so weird, Renee. That is really weird. Okay, let's get lots of this red up here. And we'll set this off, and then we'll add our drops. 1 drop of water, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So her colors are beautiful, aren't they? Her colors are just beautiful. So let's, okay, so now we've made our value scale of paint in our palette. So let's take our straight paint. I like to do the heart in the straight paint because that's what we want to pop, right? It's so interesting to paint with colors straight out of the pan and no water, well, minimal water, because you know I always like to start with a really watery wash of color. So this is so different. But look at how vibrant that is. It's so pretty. Okay. I know the pink is so pretty. It's so vibrant, isn't it? So let's see how we do with red. So let's clean our brush. And now let's start with our second. Here we go. Look, you can really feel the difference with the red with the with just that little bit of water. Look at the difference between the two. I love that. Don't you just love playing with color? I just feel like it really, the more you get in there and play with it, the more you get to know it. You get to know, like I said, its capabilities, what it can do, what it can't do. So pretty. My brush. Okay, now let's try the one with 2 drops of water, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. If you watch some of Josie's videos, you'll see that she does this really cool technique that she she does some really cool stuff that, like, I want to play with some of her techniques in our art journaling class, but one of the things that she does is when she has like a solid color like this and kind of a chunk of area, a pretty decent sized segment, she will go back and this is what I really want to do with this, because why wouldn't I? She will go back and put some sort of like mark making within the segment with the same color. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful, you guys. And just like this subtle bit of pattern almost. I just love it. It's so pretty. And it's a fun something to challenge yourself with, right? Okay, here's a lighter one. So I really feel like I really want to do that technique. Kind of go back and study her technique and then fiddle around with it. Josie Lewis. She is the that's the name of the watercolors that I'm using. I got them on her. She's on Instagram. Sue, are you asking me who Josie is? Is that what you're asking? There's such a weird delay, I will just say. When I talk and you guys respond, like I think that takes a little minute for those things to go back and forth, and so sometimes you say something and I think, what are you talking about? Then I have to try and remember what we were talking about like a couple seconds ago. This is so beautiful. I'm telling you, her paint is really, I am impressed. Her paintings are gorgeous. And aren't they just mesmerizing to watch? Her videos are just, if you're feeling upset about something, just watch one of her little videos. I'm telling you, you'd just be like, oh, okay. The world is not completely falling apart. All is okay because Josie's painting with pretty colors. Right? Okay, let's do... I'll do another segment with that lightest color. Get up in that little squishy corner. Was it this one? I get all so mesmerized in what I'm doing that I forget where I was 2 seconds ago. I suppose that's a good thing, right? I'm just kind of getting into my zone, my painty zone. Look how pretty that is. It kind of, it's interesting that it values out really nice. Thanks, Renee, because sometimes I feel like, do they think I'm like cuckoo? Like, where's she going? Let's do that one here. What is she talking about? And if you said that, it's okay. You know. If you said I wasn't a nice person, then that would bother me. But if you said she has a focusing problem, I would say, yeah, I do. So, I think I talked about this last week, that I have new artwork coming out on Thursday, and it'll be a little bit different than the artwork that I've done recently. So just kind of be on the lookout for that. It's still for cards, but it's a little bit different. Where was I? Did I go there or there? Honest to Pete, you guys. Let's try that. I can't wait to share it with you. My poor team, I'm sharing it with them at the very last minute. But you know they'll come up with amazing stuff. I'll just debut it on Thursday. And then they just create as they are inspired. And that has worked tremendously for us. That's for sure. I have the best team. Let's try this one. This one has lots of angles because I'm painting around the heart. Sometimes I just have to mix things up a little bit, Renee. So I just drew it differently this time. So I'm anxious to see what you think. And, you know, like this was very different than how I normally create. But, was it this one? Was it this one? I don't know. I was hurrying. Sometimes I just have to, my team is, seriously, I'm the luckiest girl. They just create the, my mom even said, she's like, I just love to see, like, I put her in all of our class, well, she's in the Corbiere-Scott Designs group, our private Facebook group, and she's like, my favorite thing is to see how each person interprets it. I mean, I love that my team, everybody interprets it totally differently, and that you guys, when you post, it's amazing how we can start with the same basic information, right? And then, holy tamale, the creations are stupendous, you know? And that everybody sees it through their own prism, their own, through their own life experience and what they've been exposed to and how they, I know that's getting a little hippy-dippy, but you know what I mean. Your relationship with red might be totally different than somebody else's relationship with red. Your, like what your favorite things were that are red, or you might hate. You would think that I would, Laura, but obviously not. I just keep trying to make this big honkin' number 6 work. Because whatever. I certainly should use the smaller paintbrush. Oh my gosh, 4 minutes, and look, I only have one more segment to paint. Shut it! Let's do something super light, I think, up here. So let's do this one. Well, I hope that everybody has painted along and played with a value scale. And we'll use that, you know, in... I never stay on point. I never stay on point, Renee, obviously. That's why Keely is usually there to rein me back in. Stop it! Look at that! Oh my gosh. That's an Ann record, I think. That's what I think. I don't know that I've ever done it. But like I said, I think I really want to go back in and do some of that that tone on tone. I just love tone on tone. I do. I see a little spot that I think, so I'm going to wet my brush and kind of work at softening that edge right there, that little bit of a bloom of color we got. Yeah, I know, Renee. So you weren't telling me to be on point? You weren't telling me to get back to the point where I was supposed to be? Well, it looks like the, are the lawn people here? Nope, it's the UPS guy. Hopefully I got something good. Oh my gosh, I'll have to share with you. So, I'll have to share with you, yesterday, we had the most dull knives in the whole wide world, and so I threw them away, and Jeff was mad, and so I said that I would order some more. And I ordered the most colorful knives you've ever seen. Cuisinart has these like rainbow knives. I will post a picture in the group. And we needed steak knives, so I ordered, they're all red. Red is my favorite color. I ordered them all red. And he walked in and he was like, what in the world did you do? I go, well, already unboxed them and washed them, so we have to use them. So I'll post a picture, and he was like, why did you pick those? They're all different colors. So I was telling Tessa, and she goes, I'm sure you picked them because they're all different colors. I said, absolutely. You know me, and he does too. He does too. He just, you know, sometimes he's a little bit earth tone, and I am not. I am brights. I mean, I can appreciate some earth tones, but you know, for the most part, I like brights. He'll say, can we just pick a neutral couch? So we did, whatever. We have gray. But so seriously, I'm telling you right now, Keely, he thought they were fine. I said, if you can't cut a tomato, that's a dull knife. And they were crap. They were like from IKEA or something. They were terrible. And they were terrible not long after we got them. So, you know. Exactly, Sue. Oh, really? Well, now I'm going to have to go. Because, you know, my dishes, we had, this is a crazy conversation that I'm having with you, but we got white Corelle-ware for our wedding present. And we've been married almost 30 years. You know what happens to white Corelle-ware after a while? It gets like gray because of like plates rubbing against each other. So I got rid of a bunch of it, and he was furious and dug out 4 plates out of the giveaway box. And I said he could have the most white ones. And then I took myself to Walmart and got myself some beautiful Pioneer Woman plates. And I wanted them all different. I wanted different patterns. And oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. So that is the story of an engineer and an artist living in the same house. His plates are plain white. Mine are all the colors. All the colors. Now our knives are all the colors. They're so pretty. Wait till you see. I'll post a picture. But now I want to look at the Oneida ones. Oh, don't you just dream of the day when we can just wander around Walmart and Target? Really, really, that's where we got married in October. We got married in October, and you know, I think maybe we are in our 29th year right now. And it just, can I tell you, he is the love of my life. He loves me, even though I am the most opposite of him, and I love him because he is the most opposite of me. It works well. It works well. So I guess it's probably, yes, Renee, that is exactly right. And do you know what? Brand new knives are function. I'm just going to tell you. And they're so cool because they each have a protector sleeve thing on them, which I think is brilliant. Because they're such funny colors, you kind of feel like they're like Play-Doh knives. So you have to remember that they're a sharp knife. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, I guess it is time to say goodbye. Boo-hoo. I hope that everybody has an amazing Tuesday. I know I will. I might go to Lucinda's house and get some lemons, make some lemonade today. That sounds like a good thing to do. And then I can draw. I adore you all, and I can't wait for you to see the new artwork. You'll know about it because I can't contain myself. I gotta post about it. So, like I said, if you're brand new here, please follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Corbiere-Scott Designs. Thank you, Jan Golden. I love what you create with my stuff. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I adore you all, and I can hardly wait for Thursday. Talk to you soon. Bye.